We have been drawn to Shipwreck Coast, this stretch of water between northwest Cornwall and the Isles of Scilly, known for its jagged rocks, wild weather and treacherous waters. It's so hard to imagine some of the most beautiful and idyllic places in Cornwall are actually home to some of the most treacherous places in human wrecking history, but have also been the reason and the cause of a mass loss of life. I went to find out more at the private collection of Roland Morris, who collected shipwreck artefacts in 1956, with fellow researchers Eliza, Sarah and Emily.
Today we're focusing on two case studies in particular, the 2003 Mulheim disaster and the 1967 Torrey Canyon disaster.
The Cornish coast near Land's End. The rugged cliffs and romantic coves make it a haven for artists, and every summer for holidaymakers in their thousands.
One of our case studies is one of the most prominent and important shipwrecks which has happened in recent history. The Torrey Canyon was a 297-metre oil tanker which ran aground off the coast of Land's End on the Seven Stones in 1967. Carrying 120,000 tonnes of crude oil, all of which spilled out into the ocean. The Torrey Canyon remains today the largest vessel and the largest oil spill of that moment. This disaster led to the deaths of over 150,000 birds.
In March 2003, the chief officer of the RMS Mulheim fell asleep unconscious after he fell over. When he started to come around, the ship was already crashing against the Cornish coast, just off Land's End. The ship was carrying over 2,000 tonnes of scrap car plastic. Most of it was salvaged, and some of the artefacts in this pub have come from the ship. But what about all the wreckage that wasn't managed to be saved?
It's quite incredible to walk down this coastal path and see the cargo ship behind me. You can see how it's been demolished since 2003 and it's all been picked apart and deconstructed just by the swell of the tides. And when you can see it up close, you see how much it is contaminating the local rockwork. And it's quite eerie. It's just an echo of what it once was, of this skeletal structure that's just been left to decay on the rocks. It's quite beautiful, although quite eerie and ominous at the same time. Both the Torrey Canyon and RMS Mulheim attest to the impact humanity has had upon the local environment. From plastic, from diesel, to the outer shells of their superstructures decaying into their final resting places, we have been able to tell how much the environment has been impacted just through the wrecking around Cornwall.